Hello, I'm Abdul Ahmed, Fire Chief from Aguanga Reservation Fire Department at the Riverside Support Incident Command Post. This is Report on Conditions.
This week we take you to the Bonny Fire in Aguanga, as well as other incidents that occurred throughout the county.
Engine 1 with report on conditions.
Hi, I'm Captain Richard Cordova, and thank you for joining CAL FIRE Riverside County Fire Department's Report on Conditions. For the past week, from July 24th to July 30th, our firefighters responded to 3,830 calls for service, including 2,907 medical emergencies and 167 fire-related calls. Of the fire calls, 54 were vegetation fires and 17 were structure fires. Let's check out a few highlighted incidents from this past week. On Wednesday, July 26th, firefighters responded to a reported tractor-trailer rollover on westbound Highway 60 transition from westbound Interstate 10. The first arriving chief officer confirmed a tractor-trailer on its side that was blocking all lanes of traffic, with an additional quarter acre of nearby vegetation on fire. Due to the rollover, the saddle tanks of the tractor-trailer were damaged, causing a diesel fuel spill. A hazmat response was requested and a signaler was issued so crews could complete the cleanup process. The westbound Highway 60 transition was closed for about 3 to 4 hours. On Wednesday, July 26, dispatchers received reports of a residential structure fire at the 22,600 block of Lamore Road in Good Hope. The first arriving engine company officer reported flames coming from various sides of the structure, with one exposure involved and another threatened. Fortunately, firefighters confirmed all occupants were evacuated and crews contained the fire to the structure of origin. With limited damage to the additional structure, engine companies remained on scene for about 3 hours performing salvage and overhaul. On Thursday, July 27th, CAL FIRE Riverside County firefighters responded to multiple reports of a vegetation fire near the 44,000 block of Bonny Lane in Aguanga. The first on-scene company officer reported 5 to 10 acres of medium brush burning to the east at a moderate to critical rate of spread. Due to the extreme fire behavior, the flames quickly began threatening structures and the community of Twilliger Valley, prompting evacuation warnings and orders. By 6 p.m. the following day, the Riverside County All-Hazard Type 3 Incident Management Team took command of the incident. With the aid of numerous fire agencies attacking the fire from the air and the ground, the fire is 2,305 acres at the time of this recording. On Thursday, July 27th, firefighters were called to a residential structure fire at the 3600 block of Sonoma Oaks Avenue in the city of Paris. The first arriving company officer advised of a 2-story residence with smoke showing from the second floor. With quick action, firefighters kept the fire contained to the single bedroom. As a result of the fire, 3 adults were displaced but did not require assistance from the American Red Cross. On Friday, July 28th, firefighters received reports of county residents smelling smoke at the 33,000 block of Paterno Street in Temecula. The first arriving company officer confirmed light smoke emitting from a 2-story residential structure, specifically the garage. Firefighters contained the flames to the garage, which sustained extensive damage. 2 residents were home sleeping when the fire was first noticed, but fortunately were able to evacuate safely. On Sunday, July 30th, dispatcher received 911 calls of a traffic collision at the intersection of West Lakeshore Drive and Bushman Avenue in Lake Elsinore. The first arriving engine company officer confirmed a single vehicle off the road into a power pole. Furthermore, firefighters found a single occupant trapped, who was then extricated and transported to a local hospital. Due to the traffic collision, about 40 homes in the area lost power. Southern California Edison responded to the incident, and West Lakeshore Drive between Wilson Way and Lawrence Way was closed for repairs.
Did you know that the lush green annual grass growing in your yard could be putting your home at risk for wildfire damage? With the recent increase in rainfall, seasonal grasses are growing quickly, and when they dry out, they become fuel for wildfires. Don't wait until it's too late to protect your home. Visit rvcfire.org for information on how to create defensible space and reduce the risk of wildfire damage.
Hi, I'm Officer Ian Hoey with the California Highway Patrol. I'm riding a school bus today in El Dorado County, and I'm going to give you a few school bus safety tips.
When you're driving through a school zone or approaching a bus stop, use extra caution because kids can be unpredictable and may suddenly step into the roadway. Kids, when waiting for a school bus, maintain a safe distance from the curb, stay in a visible area, and wait for the bus driver to open the doors before stepping on. When riding on the school bus, remember to stay seated while the bus is in motion. Always listen and be courteous to the bus driver.
Jimmer, please don't throw paper on the bus.
And remember to keep your hands and everything else inside the windows. Don't pass a school bus when it's stopped and the red lights are activated and the stop sign is extended. The stop sign is there for a reason. You're required to stop by law and not pass the school bus until the red lights are turned off. Never use your phone while driving and keep your eyes ahead of you. You don't want to be responsible for an accident, or even worse, injuring someone. We hope these tips will help keep our kids safe and remind everyone to be a more diligent driver.
That's it for this week's Report on Conditions. Be sure to follow us at CAL FIRE RU on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook to stay up to date on incidents as they happen. Did you happen to capture any pictures or videos of our firefighters in action? If so, send them our way at rrupio@fire.ca.gov. On behalf of CAL FIRE Riverside County Fire Department, Public Affairs and Community Education Bureau, I'm Captain Richard Cordova. Thank you for watching.